Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, October 3rd. I'm Michael Taylor. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a great day. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's already been a hectic morning around here. They're actually making me work a lot. Personally, I'm against it, but you know, that's why I get the big bucks. Not really. Anyway, on our show today, let's talk about something serious here. Democratic Club's going to be here. Alan Feldman's going to be talking about all things election in terms of it's only a month away. Can you believe it? We're actually just 1 month away from the election. We've been talking about it for so long, and now we're getting down to the last days of this whole campaign season, which I'll be happy to see go. Theater Guild's also going to be on the show a little later. We'll talk to Debbie Blackwell-Cook and Roxanne Kind about their Music for an Autumn Night show that's coming up, so stay tuned for that as well. Hey, we've got some Stay Informed stuff for you, and it's actually happening right after our live show today. Our Stay Informed, Third Laguna Mutual, they were going to be having their board of directors be seated at the annual meeting today. It's going to be a Thursday, of course, today, 9:30 a.m. in the boardroom. It's going to be immediately following the annual meeting of the organizational meeting that they're having as well. So go on down there and see the board seated. They're going to have some new members in there, and if you want to get down there and see all that, the grandeur of it all, go down there and see the seating of the new board members. So there you go. All right, let's take a look at our weather, and we got some lovely days, really. It's a warm-up, you know. This doesn't feel very autumny, not very fall-ish. We have some heat. We're going to have some warming again this weekend, but not too crazy. Going to be mid-80s, low 80s, mid-80s or so, and, you know, going to have some morning fog like we've been having for the past few days. Burn off into mostly sunny skies. That's been the pattern. Out in the deserts, they're getting triple digits and things like that, so we're kind of on the lucky side just having the 80s out here. Let's take a look at our sunrise and our sunset while we're at it. And we got this picture from Mark Rabinowitz. Thank you so much, Mark, for taking this beautiful shot of this little finch bird. I think it's a finch. I'm not a bird expert, but I think that's a finch up on a tree branch out here by the Aliso Creek. Sunrise this morning, 6:47. Sunset tonight, 6:31. Okay, if you'd like to send us a picture of birds, dogs, cats, whatever you have around the house, sunrise, sunset, cool places around the town, go ahead and send us those pictures. Email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will include it in our sunrise sunset segment. Okay, that third meeting, that's the only one for today. That's coming up right after the show. And then when we come back, we'll be talking all things election with Alan Feldman from the Democratic Club. Stay with us.
When it comes to life's most important medical challenges, where do you go? Welcome to the Hoag Institutes. Our top-ranked physicians are experts in diagnosing and treating the most complex medical conditions. Unparalleled expertise, world-class care, all within the Hoag Institutes, right here in OC.
Are there foods you miss enjoying because of loose or missing teeth? At Fleur-Stenger DDS, we understand the joy of savoring every bite. Serving all of Orange County, our team of dedicated professionals are here to guide you towards a healthier, happier smile. And we will give you the best solution to improve your oral health. Call us today at 949-830-0074 for a free exam and consultation. Rediscover the pleasure of eating and smiling. Call Fleur-Stenger DDS today.
Annette, how long has it been since we built your patio room?
A couple, 3 months, I guess.
Yeah. And so how's it working out for you?
It's just working out great, and you did it in such a timely manner, and we just love it out here.
Yeah, and when you gave us this job, I told you, we'll do a nice job for you. Did we?
Absolutely. We really, really did it. We couldn't be happier.
Thanks a lot. Give us a call. We'll do a nice job for you too.
Adapt to It, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to It has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to It sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
And welcome back to the program. Can you believe we're like 32 days away from the election? It's unbelievable. From the Democratic Club, I want to welcome Alan Feldman to the program. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. The election's coming up, and it's kind of down to the wire. I mean, we've been talking about it for so long. It's it's hard to believe it's here. You know,
Right.
it's like waiting for Christmas, except that, not as fun maybe.
Really? Well, it depends. We'll see how much fun it is. But you're right. I mean, it's our mission, as we always say, is to get people to vote. And well, now is the time.
Now is the time.
The thing is with the election, the election day is November 5th, but the election ends on November the 5th. The election's going to begin next week because the registrar of voters, starting October 7th, is going to be sending out ballots to all registered voters. And the election begins when you receive your ballot.
Yeah, I got my ballot actually in the mail just the other day.
You can literally, as soon as you get your ballot, you can fill it out. Voting in California.
Or maybe I got my guide. Actually, I
You
got my guide.
right.
That's
Voting
right.
in California is the simplest thing that it can be. I mean, everybody gets the ballot mailed to them, and there's a lot of ways you can return it. Very simple. You can just put it, as soon as you get it, you can fill it out, put it in an envelope. You got to put it in an envelope that's provided by the registrar of voters. But you can just put it in the mail. You don't have to put a stamp on it, and you've cast your ballot. It's gone. And if people don't want to put it in the mail, there's going to be, throughout Orange County, what they call ballot drop boxes.
Right.
Those are put out, they're maintained, they're serviced by the registrar of voters. You put your completed ballot in there, you put it in there, and the registrar of voters will come and pick it up, take it to where they count all the ballots.
Yeah,
And
I did that. I think that in the the primaries earlier this year over at my library by my house.
right, and you can actually do it at any drop box in Orange County. You don't have to go one in your area. But there's also what's going to be called what they call vote centers. Very similar to what we used to call polling places.
Right.
There's going to be a couple in our area, and you can vote there in person. A lot of people like to go traditionally on election day, vote in person. You can do that there, or you can complete your ballot and hand it to an election worker there. You complete it at home, hand it to an election worker if you feel safer doing that.
Sure.
And it'll go there. And we know there are going to be two in our area. One is going to be at Laguna Woods City Hall on El Chorro Road. There's going to be a ballot drop box out in front, and there's going to be the vote center in the building. And that's going to be open the vote center will be open from November the 2nd until November the 5th.
Okay.
And the other one in our area is going to be at Laguna Hills Community Center. And the same setup, ballot drop box outside and the voting center inside. That one's going to be open from October 26th to November the 5th. And basically, they're open all day. They're open from 8 in the morning till 5 at night, and then the hours get longer as they
Let's
go
find
on.
out a little bit about Alan. Are you an early voting guy? Are you a ballot guy? Or are you a day of guy?
I fill it out as soon as I get it.
Okay.
My mind is, as people might imagine, my
I
mind
feel like
is
you're
made
locked
up.
in. I don't think I can sway you.
And I just do it right away. And put it back in the mail.
Done, and there you go. You wear that sticker for a month or so.
Yeah, really, really. And another thing, if I may, is that we urge people, really important, to vote the entire ballot.
Right. And you have some guidance on your website for folks who want to maybe know about the down ballot folks as well, right?
Absolutely. And I just want to show, I don't know if this will show up. I've got prop today. And I don't know which camera we're on. But
It's one of the door hangers.
Yes, this is one of the door hangers. I'm not looking at the names that are on here. I'm looking at the offices. Oh, there we go. Pick it up. You can see where my hand is here. Those offices show President, Vice President, Senate, Congress, and the state legislative offices. This is where so many people stop when they vote. But if you look down here, there's literally 16 other elections.
School superintendents. There's also city council.
3 city council seats in Laguna Woods. There's 4 separate elections for school districts and school boards on this.
And there's propositions out there too.
There are 9 ballot propositions.
And there's some that are completely opposing each other.
Ballot propositions are a weird thing because what do we hear about them? We hear television ads about them, and they can be misleading, let's say. So there are a couple that I'd just like to mention, which I feel there's a lot of misleading information about, and people don't really grasp because there's no really way to do it. But one of it is proposition number 5. Now, if this is a constitutional amendment. If you listen to the people who are opposing to it, it sounds like if this passes, Proposition 13 is repealed, and your taxes are going to go up the day that the votes are counted. Well, that's not true. It doesn't really have anything to do with taxes. It's a change right now. Cities, counties, if they want to build schools, if they want to infrastructure, if they want to enhance their fire protection, they have to pass a bond to fund it. And the bond has to be passed right now by 66.7% of the people voting. That's 2/3.
Kind of a supermajority.
That's almost unreachable. It is unreachable. Yeah. This will change the Constitution so that these have to pass to float bonds. The cities will have to have 55% of the people supporting it. That's a strong majority. And just for research purposes, I went back and looked at our presidential elections, and we've had a bunch of landslides. But the last president to get more than presidential candidate to get more than 55% of the vote was Ronald Reagan in 1984. So there's that one, and there's also another one that I think people are a little confused about, and that's Proposition 33, which deals with rent control. And again, people who are opposing it saying if this passes, then all of the state of California will be under rent control. That's not the case. Right now, it's called the Costa-Hawkins rental law, which governs California law. And that says that any locality is forbidden from instituting rent control or rent stabilization. This would repeal that. It doesn't mean there's going to be rent control. It means that it's now a local decision as opposed to a state decision. And things like that. You hear the ads for it, and you really don't know where they're going.
But there's confusion. But I understand, at least with Prop 5, I understand in terms of if we lower the threshold to pass a bond, that encumbers the state to pay for a school or whatever. But that is kind of in a way I can see how some people are saying, well, that raises our taxes because the state is paying for it through our tax dollars, right? So if it makes it easier to pass bonds, then we have more, to pay for.
Well, for school bonds, the threshold is 55% now, and
so it's just going to level it out.
It's going to level it out for other things, for things like infrastructure and things of that nature. And these are for local. These are not state. These are for locals. This is like if Orange County wanted to float a bond.
Well, when it all comes down to it, the watch party, you're going to have folks over November 5th. Is it going to be your house or going to be over Clubhouse 5?
Clubhouse 5, we're taking a chance. We're hoping for a good time. It's going to be a watch party. It's Taco Tuesday. We're going to have catered tacos. We're charging people $15 on the flyers. There's a place you can sign up.
Sure.
And before that, we have our regular meeting. If we just have time to stick this in here.
Sure, absolutely.
On Tuesday, October 15th.
If sociologist Stephen Brint's going to be here?
That's right, and he's going to be talking about, he's a professor of public policy and sociology. He specializes in higher education, and he's going to be contrasting what he feels the ramifications of the election will be of a Harris victory on higher education and of a Trump victory on higher education. And we're hoping if there's anybody who hasn't voted who comes to the meeting, he'll scare them enough that they'll vote.
All right, so October 15th, 7 p.m., Clubhouse 2, sociologist Stephen Brint going to be talking about the overhaul of higher education, whether either side wins, which that could look like. Watch party is going to be November 5th, not at Alan's house, but over at Clubhouse 5, starting at 5:30. And of course, get out the vote. That's the big message.
Get out the vote.
Today.
Everybody vote. Really, it's so easy. There's no excuse not to. Everybody should vote.
All right, Alan Feldman from the Democratic Club. Thanks for joining us as always.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
You're watching This Day. When we come back, we're going to be talking to the Theater Guild about the music for an autumn night. Stay with us.
Hearing connects you back to life. Don't settle for being trapped in the isolation of poor hearing. Advanced Ear can help you hear friends, family, and caregivers. We provide one-on-one hearing programs that will amaze you with the quality of how much better you can hear. There's no cost to hear the improvement we deliver. You'll be able to hear better the minute you put these on. No buttons to push or technology to be afraid of. We deliver better hearing, guaranteed. Come in so we can connect you back to life. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Welcome to the Artistry. South Orange County's only cannabis dispensary located right here in Laguna Woods. The Artist Tree is your trusted source for the highest quality cannabis products and the best customer service. We offer daily deals up to 50% off on top brands. Whether you're new to cannabis or a seasoned consumer, our friendly and informative staff is here to help you elevate in style. We're located next to Gate 3 and now offer delivery right to your door. Join us for a one-of-a-kind dispensary experience.
Tickets are on sale at the Performing Arts Center for Kalimba. The Spirit of Earth, Wind, and Fire on November 9th, presented by the California Club. Enjoy a tribute full of the energy and soul of Earth, Wind, and Fire with songs like September and Boogie Wonderland. Purchase tickets at the Pack Box office or online at CaliforniaClubLWV.com or call 949-597-4289. Enjoy the music of Earth, Wind, and Fire like it was meant to be.
Theater Guild presents the dynamic Debbie Blackwell Cook, October 17th at Clubhouse 5. $20 includes coffee and dessert by Chopin Bakery. Tickets at theaterguildlw.com. All profits benefit our scholarship fund.
River, we for me, got nothing left to lose. Way down here in the Delta with these muddy water blues. Muddy water blues.
And welcome back. The Theater Guild is presenting an evening of music for an autumn night. It sounds very comforting and calm and like mellow and easy to go. I want to welcome the dynamic Debbie Blackwell Cook and Roxanne Kine to the program.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So what is the music for an autumn night all about? Where'd you come up with the idea?
Well, let me start. First of
Sure.
all, I call Deborah my diva. She's been on Broadway. She's had a hit record in the UK. She's just amazing. When she sang a cappella, she came to my class. When she sang a cappella, I mean, shivers ran down my spine because you don't get this kind of quality or this kind of gift.
Oh.
So then years later, here we are, we're putting on a show where we're representing her and highlighting her. And go ahead and cut me up and cut me off and tell me.
Jump right in, Debbie.
Yeah, I mean, just jump right in there and tell
Well,
us.
you know, it's for an autumn night. It's just, it actually was about my life. We had to do a lot of changing because a lot of Murphy's Law tried to date me, and I told him, we're not dating, honey. I'm doing this show. Even if I have to do it a cappella, which I'd like to do for you at some point.
Okay, we'll get there.
But it's, you know, songs about jazz, a little jazz, a little disco, a little this and a little of that, you know. They have to come if they want to see what it is, you know.
When you first started, when did you first know, back in the day when you were a little girl, when did you first know, hey, I enjoy singing and I actually can do it? When was that first kind of discovered?
Well, I wasn't aware of it because my mama told me that I was in the crib doing you know, there. And then I started in church, and I'm telling the story about church because my godmother, I had a teeny little voice, and she would say, "Sing out, Deborah." She'd be playing the organ, and she'd be, "Sing out, Deborah." And then she'd get that face that only mamas could give you across the room. "Sing out, Deborah." And so she pulled from me what was deep embedded in me that I was afraid of. And it happened there. So I'd say from knee-high to a grasshopper, I have been really, really just singing. And in the 6th grade, my teacher told my mother, either she should be an actress or a journalist or a singer, because this girl, because I did in grammar school the night before Christmas. And they were like, where did this child come from?
Who is this?
Yeah, you know.
It's a gift. It's a gift from God.
It's a God-given gift that I treasure, and I wanted to share.
So how did you convince her to say, why don't you come over here and do a show for us?
It wasn't me who convinced her. I always knew that she has to do something, and I was planning something even bigger than Laguna.
But it is you, because it happened in your class.
Well,
they wouldn't have known about me if it wasn't for you.
Well, that's true. And then, of course, Debbie performs in my class, which is, we invite guests the last day to show what we've learned. And Deborah, for 2 semesters in a row, the only time she's done that, sang for us, and she got a standing ovation twice. Every time, and that's never happened. And I have great actors in my class, I have great everything, but it was the energy, the movement, the quality, and it just brought people up on their feet, and that's the power of Debbie.
Okay, well, that seems like a lead-in to ask if you might do us a little favor and have maybe a second or 2 minute or so of a cappella.
Oh, please.
Oh, I will. Before I do it, I have to say, I have a son that's an angel, and I would tell my kids, whatever you would do and you didn't get paid for and you love it, that's your passion. Mm-hmm. And my son came to me in a dream and said to me, he passed away 12 years ago, he said, "Mommy, sing my life," because he knows that's my passion. So I'm singing to you, but I'm singing to God and my son and all of you in the woods, okay?
Okay.
Your favorite song, okay?
Oh, home.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the scene makes it all clean. Oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know we should believe the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away? Should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy, but it's taught me to learn, so it's real, real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find a world full of love, like yours, like mine, like home.
Wow. Let me stand up.
This chair is too high, otherwise I'd jump down.
Fall down. If that doesn't sell tickets, folks, nothing will. Let's put that flyer up on the screen for folks to take a look at when Debbie's going to be doing this again. It's going to be coming up Thursday, October 17th, Clubhouse 5. Doors open at 6 p.m. A show begins at 6:30. There'll be a GRF bar. Tables of 10 are available for purchase. Cost is $20 per person. Amazing.
And you get a dessert from Chopin Bakery, and you get coffee for only $20. So.
Please, that's all the side stuff. Debbie's going to be singing.
Of course.
I go there with water and bread.
I know.
Thank you. I look forward to you coming, please.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much for joining us. Theater Guild, make sure you guys get out there and see this show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We got the movie preview for this weekend when we come back. Stay with us.
Do you suffer from low back pain? Hoag Orthopedic Institute is the #1 provider of orthopedic and spine care in Orange County. Our Back to You program is a unique, non-operative, evidence-based approach to treating low back pain. Our spine strengthening program combines physical therapy with education on pain and nutrition. Let Hoag Orthopedic Institute's Back to You program get you back to doing what you love. For more information, visit hoiexperts.com/spine or call 855-999-4641 to find a doctor.
Mickey Dolenz, the voice of the Monkees, whose hits include Last Train to Clarksville, I'm a Believer, Pleasant Valley Sunday, and more, will bring his evening of songs and stories to the pack. Having entertained audiences his entire life, Mickey will bring a one-of-a-kind presence to the stage, drawing on his background in television, film broadcasting, and Broadway. Friday, October 11th at 7:30 p.m. Call 949-597-4288 for more information.
Attention all club organizers, party planners, and those who simply love to gather and celebrate life's special moments. Are you tired of the hassle of cooking for your events? Looking for a convenient and delicious solution? Introducing our easy and convenient catering trays, perfect for groups of any size from 35 to 90. Need a larger space to host your event? Look no further than our restaurant's banquet room, the perfect venue for your next gathering. Call us today to place your catering order or reserve our banquet room for your next event. Create memories and traditions with Polly's Pies.
At Motion Drip, we believe in proactive wellness. Our IV therapy is designed to give you the well-being you deserve. With increased vitamin absorption directly into your bloodstream, it will replenish your body with hydration and nutrients to support your body's functions, increase energy levels, slow signs of aging, improve muscle recovery, and boost stamina. We are located right outside of Gate 8 on Moulton Parkway. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your appointment today, as we will be your proactive partner in wellness.
Welcome back, folks. Our Friday movie is going to be a good one. It's Kramer versus Kramer, Academy Award winner and nominees for multiple Best Pictures, Best Actor, Best Actress. Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep star in this one. It's about a wife who leaves her husband, and the husband has to find his long-lost parenting skills when he's raising his child all by himself. Great movie, really good one. Make sure you see that one. It's brought to us by Harvard Eye Associates. Going to be on at 2 p.m. with the subtitles, 6 p.m. without the subtitles. Take a quick check of the weather before we go. And we got 80s to mid 80s throughout the rest of the week. We had a little bit of a heat up coming on the weekend, but it's going to be nice. Got the morning clouds and then burning off to the sunshine, kind of the typical pattern we're in this time of year. Tomorrow in the program, Equestrian Center and Sports Corner. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. For all of us here at Village Television, I'm Michael Taylor. We hope you make this day a great one.